Damn it. You hit it. Hold on 1 second here.
Kiri says, coolest intro, Joe.
Hold on 1 second here. I have something that should have got off and didn't go off because it was in the middle of my intro. And it needs to go off. So I'm just going to do it again. Here. Merry Christmas.
I thought for a short time I managed to break your stream. Laughing.
Just for you.
Lizard.
Just for you.
Aridekan wife says, laugh my ass off.
You had to say something like in the second after my intro started. Damn it.
Love to come into that. Kiri says, I do have a new lizard poem for you.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Anyway, how's everybody doing tonight? Happy Wednesday. More of the same today. Honestly, just like more engraving. More and more engraving. Like I'm not even done one side yet.
Aridekan wife says, I'm alright. Just had a nap.
Ooh, nap. Nap is good. I could actually go for a nap. Whoop whoop. 10 streams. Holy shit. Holy shit. It's almost like you're here all the time. Yeah, that's what we're doing today. You know, work was bullshit today, so I don't know how long I'm going to go today. We'll see sort of how things go and how frustrated I get and how much my brain continues to function, but it may end up being a short stream. It might be a really, really long stream. Who knows? Who knows?
Kiri says, I now have a little table under my table that I can set up for engraving larging.
Nice. Nice. Have you played with your scope at all yet? Because like I'm waiting until you get to the point where you start engraving under the scope and you realize how much nicer it is and how much more detail you can see. It really is life-changing. Really, really is life-changing. Especially stone setting. Like stone setting under the scope is like night and day. Night and day stone setting without it.
I'm gonna go through that on camera.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. You're gonna be shocked how much cleaner you can be with the scope because you see every little tiny minute detail. Anyway. Is that enough rambling? I don't know if that's enough rambling to start. I completely redid my Stream Deck, so I now have like an option to like recenter the camera, and I've got all my like
Married
sound
with
alerts.
Spawn asks, I missed the rambling. Can you start from the beginning?
No.
Dirty Gremlin says 10 streams deep, and everyone is another hunt for something that glitters but won't slip through your fingers so easy as a sub badge. Keep carving at eternity, daddy.
Nice. I've also got a new snow command because yeah, because fuck that white shit.
Aridekan wife yells, I'm dead.
I also have like just for me this lovely one. This is the long version.
Married with Spawn says, send your snow my way, we'll take it.
I need to have
wife
like
says, okay,
little
my new
lighters.
mantra.
I need like little lighters to pop up at the bottom for this one because it's long, it's like a minute and a half. It's so good. I'm so happy I found the original.
I love this so much. Married with Spawn says, do a video of you holding the little torch on a green screen and duplicate it a couple times.
Yeah, I might have to. Yeah, I might have to. That's when it's like story time. Or you guys would like drive me crazy for 2.5 hours. Then that's what'll happen. So yeah, that one's for me only because it's way too long for just random
Little
commands.
torch greater than lighter.
Little torch. Yeah. Just like this guy, just like hold this guy up and wave it back and forth on a green screen. I'll put the
Yes.
melting tip on it and just have like a nice blaze coming out of
It's
the
on
top.
brand.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, it's gonna take me a bit to get like used to all the buttons and stuff. I can also change the flames for my Stream Deck now, which is nice, and I've got like timers set up for various intervals for when you guys like make me put the mask on and shit like that. So like I completely blew away my Stream Deck profile and started over. The other thing is turn that off. Are you following me? Yeah, you're following me. But yeah, so yeah, a bunch of dicking around with that this week. So if something like kind of breaks, that's why. Yeah, I guess I should get into this. I still think I need to cut deeper. Like it's good, but it's very shallow. I almost want it kind of carved, and I don't think we're there yet. I also want to deepen the line work in between, like where all the over-under weaves happen, because you can't tell at all. Like unless you get it in direct sunlight, you can't tell that it's actually a weave. It just looks like a weird like basket pattern almost. Like it doesn't look like woven metal. So yeah, that's effectively what I'm gonna do with, like, once I get this side kind of happy where I want it, then I'll
What
start
graver
tackling.
are you using?
Yeah, just a 90, and hand push, like just this guy. So that's what I'm using. I need to make like a 120. I'd really like to make a 120 so I can do like wider lines, and then I do have like onglettes and stuff like that for doing thinner lines. But yeah, I'm still thinking about what to do with gravers. Like I'm actually debating buying some better quality ones, because these are just like cheap high-speed steel, like nothing fancy gravers. And I do want to sort of reshape the geometry so the tip itself actually isn't as big, because right now it's fairly large.
For thinner, but you are thinking the right thoughts.
Yeah. Well, because the only wide engraver I have is a round, and it's too wide. Like it's just way too big. It takes out huge chunks of metal. It'd be really good for like large background removal, but I don't know what else you would use it for. Like I used it for the border of Odin's coin, but it was like I took out a ton of metal with that, and I don't think it's necessary to have a graver that big for the kind of work that I'm doing. Like, it's not like I'm engraving big plaques or anything like that. Like, that's kind of what that engraver's designed for. So yeah, I want to do, like, I need to sit down with my like diamond wheels and stuff and do a bunch of shaping of the tips to get the size of the tip down, so I better visibility. And then the other thing is pneumatic setup, but that's
I don't see many
not
engravers using a round regularly. Mostly seen it to clean up castle setting sides.
Yeah. Well, and the round is huge. Like, it's this diameter. That button. It's the same diameter as this, right? Like, it's massive. Let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, this guy. Nope, not that guy. I put it on my bench somewhere. But yeah, it's a big boy. It's a big boy, and I don't need anything that big. Maybe it's in. Nope. I don't know where it put it. But yeah, it's huge. The other thing I was talking to Elite is reshaping a dead burr as the other option. So I've got a couple like dead ball burrs and stuff where the tips have snapped off. Reshaping these into a very small, like 90 or 120 as an option, or even like a very small flat graver for taking out backgrounds would be good. Because my smallest flat, I think, is this guy, and I think it's a little too big. I can get the reflection here. Nope, maybe. One of these angles, you'll see it. Well, kind of. Anyway, it's way too big. Like, I think that width is too much.
1 millimeter wide.
Yeah, this one is. What's this one? Yeah, it's effectively 1. It's like 1.1. So it is 1 millimeter. But yeah, I'd like maybe like a 0.5 millimeter. For doing really fine detail, like background removal and stuff. I have a wider one as well. I have like I think this is a 2 millimeter or a 1.5. You're like a 1.4.
Dirty Gremlin says, every cut's just another attempt to write your name where time can't sand it away, Daddy. Some hearts need sharper gravers.
Married with Spawn says, I think old burrs would be great for that.
Yeah, because I can chuck those in this guy, right? Like, I can just chuck them in here, no problem. It's just getting the dimensions right, like getting the geometry right on the end of the graver is the tricky part. So, anyway, let's get to this, I guess. Is sort of the plan. So, get you over here. You over
Kane's
here.
Chains says, evening, Joe.
Hey, Al. How you doing? Happy Wednesday, my friends. Oop. And this is always the fun part, getting this set up. I like your swing arm that you have, Spawn, where you can just like literally throw it out of the way. When I get the new bench, I need to seriously consider ergonomics of this thing and whether it makes sense to pick up a different mount for it. Like, this stand is really nice for
Kiri
some
says,
things.
I need to
but
move mine around quite a bit. Married with Spawn says, dude, I didn't think I wanted that arm, but now I can't imagine any other way.
Yeah, like the initial setup on this, I'm getting faster at it, but the initial setup is still kind of annoying.
The big
like I can't
GRS
just
one looks so stable, but it's just not it.
Yeah, well, the Acrobat, the problem with this guy is I think the springs are too strong. Like this was the cheap Vivor one, right? I think the springs are too strong for the weight of the scope, so it shifts. Like unless you absolutely lock everything in place, it'll just move on its own back to like its resting position. So I think the Acrobat's a little bit more well balanced to the weight of the scope so that like you can move it a lot easier to where you need it. This I'm fighting it to get it into position, and then I have to lock it in place quickly or it'll move out on me. So get you.
Kiri says, since I cheaped out so much on the microscope, everything I'm thinking I'll probably see if I can upgrade on he arm maybe too.
Yeah.
Married with Spawn says, I use the A60 with the Acrobat at the jewelry store I help out at and hate it, but you might like it.
Really? Yeah, because I'm debating the. I don't think I would get the Acrobat. I'm debating that literal swing arm because I'm gonna have. Because right now, actually, let's do a. Can I do a brief shop tour? Not really. I don't have my phone hooked up to my stream anymore. If I plug it in now, it'll all just fucking crash. But I've got a post right here, like right here, that is that has my flex shafts on it. That post is going away. So when I get the new bench, I'm actually going to be
balanced. I really like the arm I was convinced to buy.
Yeah. So the new flex shafts, I think I'm going to drop them from the ceiling. I still need them on my right-hand side, but I don't want them connected to the bench necessarily. There's also some like other posts, like where these used to be mounted was at the back of my bench on a post. And I can probably swing you around to see that. So this thing used to have my flex shafts on it. Of course, there's an ad. Oh, no, I'm down here, dum-dum. There you go.
Dirty Gremlin says 60 seconds of silence while Daddy works his magic. Think of it as an intermission before brilliance resumes. Hit subscribe so this show keeps buzzing louder than these ads.
Araidikin wife asks, I have turbo. What ads?
Yeah, well, what ads? Well, and Spawn subscribed. So anyway, so that post used to have my flex shafts on it, and the shafts kind of like rested across the front of my bench, and I lost a ton of space for that, especially with the scope kind of having to be mounted front and center. So like I'm gonna have another, like my bench is a third again bigger to the other side, which is where all my cameras and shit are. So like all of my cameras and shit are like over here behind the yeah, so I've got like my screens and my laptop, and then my camera's like way up here, right? So I'm gonna have to find another solution for all of that stuff anyway, because I have bench there now. It's not like, because all of that stuff right now is connected to the side of the bench, and it's just a fucking rat's nest of cables and power adapters and all kinds of crap. That all has to go away. I am gonna have a couple holes drilled in the corners of the bench so that I can run power up, because the drawers don't actually go all the way the full depth. There's going to be a space behind it for me to run cabling. So I'm going to have some cable management and stuff built into the desk. That's going to be nice. But yeah, I kind of have to rethink all of my logistics for like where my laptop goes, where my monitors go. I may just move straight to mounting everything to like mounting the bench and everything to a wall. And then cameras are going to end up having to be behind me, but I don't want to be tripping over tripods. So again, I think I'm going to be dropping them from the ceiling, but then I got to think about cable management. Like how do I get, you know, the HDMI cable and the power cable out of the camera if it's mounted to the ceiling? And, you know, how can I do quick adjustments and things? Like the ultimate would be to have a camera sort of over my shoulder so you guys can see exactly what I'm looking at. So I'm going to try to get something like that so I can give you you know, maybe a little bit right of my view or a little bit left of my view, so I can just kind of reach up and make camera adjustments without wailing my head on it all the time. So, yeah, things I got to think about once I get the new bench set up, because I'm going to be effectively, I'm gaining a bunch of space, but I'm also losing a bunch of space where all of my equipment is connected right now because it's going to be further away. So, yeah, anyway, that's all to come when I get the new bench. Oh, I can give you an update of like what the bench is looking like though. Where are we?
Kirashin says, I am looking forward to the struggle.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So, that button. So this is the bench top. This is all solid hickory, and these are a couple of the drawer fronts.
Married with Spawn asks, is it just me, or does this bot say Kiri's name funny?
It does say it funny. When she talks, it's fine because I put it in phonetically, but I need to I think I need to put in a word, a phonetic word replacement for her. Because, yeah, it's...
Kane's Chain says, I can always come up if you need a hand.
Yeah, they're coming to install it. So this is being made by
Kiri
like a
says, not
cabinet maker friend of mine.
Married with Spawn says $1, $3.
$1, $3. What are you talking about? This is going to be the side panels, so it's going to have cable management to route through.
HTF, is that $1, $3? Kiri says, laughing, what? $1, $3.
What are you talking about? What are you fools talking about?
Married with Spawn says the bot is drunk.
Oh. The carrot thing. I couldn't see chat, so I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
Time for a breathalyzer and termination paperwork.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. You can blame Google's TTS. That's what's being used. So it's supposed to be their new one, but
Kiri says $1, $3.
But if you do it multiple times, it should say
Chains
carrot,
says
carrot.
I could be helpful with tall things.
True.
Kiri says $1, $3. $1, $3. $1, $3.
What the fuck?
Married with Spawn says, oh shit, we gave Kiri a new thing to play with and break.
Yeah, exactly.
Kiri says $1, $3. $1, $3.
Exactly. I gotta fix that.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the bench
It's
top
balked.
being built.
Kane's
yeah, there's gonna
Chain
be...
says $1, $3. $1, $3.
Don't make me. Don't make me. Trying to tell a story here. $1, $3. No, my next emote's gonna be... Fuck.
Had to. Kiri says degree.
Yeah, see, it gets that right. But yeah, so I'm gonna have some holes drilled in the corners for cable management and shit.
Squared. Like how?
Yeah,
Married with
I don't
Spawn
know.
says, now I just want to know why it thinks that is what the carrot is. Kijeri says
Go over
tilde.
here. Let me go back over here. Let me have a look and see what this idiot bot's doing. Words and phrases.
Married with Spawn, it's some ASCII code or some BS like that.
Oh, you know why?
Married with Spawn says, I'm going to be on a 3-hour investigation now.
Try it again.
Dirty Gremlin says, even your bots are reaching for the bottle tonight, Daddy. Tech support hotline's just me sighing in Morse code.
Try it again. I think I know what I did.
Kane's chain says carrot.
Yeah. I added it to the ban list, and for some reason it's reading out gibberish. Like, I don't know why. Because I didn't want it to, like, if someone put, like, carrot, for it to, like, read them all. So I put it in the ban list, which means it's supposed to ignore it, but now it's just replacing it with stuff, which is fucked. I don't know. Strange.
Kiri says carrot.
Yeah. Strange.
Married with Spawn asks you tried to ban carrot.
Well, just to keep it from reading it. Like, to not read it at all instead of replacing it.
You monster.
Yeah. Anyway, let's do some work. Get this to light levels you guys can actually somewhat see. Oh. Bit more. Thank you. So yeah, I think
Joe contemplating why he streams right now. I would apologize, but that would be no fun.
pretty much.
Kane's Chains says, is that ring anywhere close to my size? I like it. Laugh out loud.
Oh, this one's just for me. It would probably fit you. It's like a size 10. So it would probably fit you, but yeah, I'm not selling this one. This is just for me to dick around with. So yeah, I did put in some like shading lines in like the over-unders, but because they're so small, they don't show up at all. So I think I'm just gonna carve out the over-unders. Lies. Look, man. I don't have a lizard. Kiri has a lizard.
Xmas is coming. Just saying. Laugh out loud.
Kiri has a lizard. How about we just play Kiri's intro again because it makes me happy. Where's that button?
Kiri says lizard.
Yeah.
Married with Spawn says Kiri also has the pickles. Wozdaka says that intro is like a warm hoodie. Kane's Chain says laugh out loud.
Yeah. I had to give Lizard Queen lizards. It just had to be done. I need to put in a Woz joke. Man, though. There's dad jokes. You know, I do have...
Married with Spawn says well played.
Yeah, I do have Saribot in here, so there is dad jokes. If you want dad jokes. And I'm not sure if I need to sharpen you yet. Maybe. You're looking okay. I do need to tilt you. Yeah, I think this is probably gonna look better. And try not to take out the rest of my work. I'm actually wondering, because I'm doing big removal, let me try yield Jackie Hammer. I was going to use you and put a better heal on it.
Kane's Chains asks, could you do a pinky signet ring?
Yeah. Yeah, I just need the size and whatever design you want to come up with. I can get you sized. It's not a problem. You probably have ring sizers, don't you? I would think you do. Send me the size and we can talk.
You're thinking of doing a family signet?
Oh, with like multiple stones in it. Like burst stones in it? Yeah. Yeah, totally an option. Totally. Oh, right. I was going to put a heal on that fucking idiot. I reshaped
No,
this
a
one.
letter, a something else.
Oh, a letter. Yeah. My engraving isn't that great yet. Letters are really hard. But I'm willing to try. Engraving still needs a ton of work. It's a simple letter, yeah, probably. Away, get you.
Married with Spawn says, instead of a swear jar, I think you need a self-deprecation jar. $5 every time you aren't nice to yourself. Your inside brain voice counts too.
Oh, fuck, man, I don't have that kind of money. Let's be real. Jesus.
Kiri says at Married with Spawn that jar would fill up in like half of your stream.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. It's that whole imposter syndrome thing.
We will just start charging you for every day you don't stream.
Yes. See how it works both ways?
Married with Spawn says at Kiratisa yes, and then chat gets to buy you new toys with the money.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, my stream or Joe's stream?
Your stream, Mary.
Kiri says at Married with Spawn, ahaha.
30 Gremlin says $5 every time I sigh at life. Might as well set up direct deposit, daddy.
Kane's Chain says laugh out loud. Married with Spawn asks, and the bot is using sound commands now too.
Just that one, and maybe one or two others.
They are actually evolving.
Yeah. All right, let's give that a shot. Hopefully I don't completely ruin all the work I've done. These are mostly straight lines, so should hopefully or we'll do a dance party before we start. You gonna turn off?
Wuzdaka says,
Oh, there we
rock
go.
out.
Thanks, Aritakin wife. Back over here. All right. I still think this moves too much, but we'll give a couple straight lines a shot and see how it goes. Yeah, that's like taking gouges out. Way too much material. Oh well, now I know. Back to hand push. Fuck.
H. Noss of Trades says, good evening.
Hey, Nos. How you doing? Big gouge there.
JC the Trash Panda asks what you're working on today.
Hey, JC. Working on ring engraving right now. So, this is a ring for myself. I'm just doing the shoulder detail right now. Spent almost all of last stream working on it, and it's gonna take probably another 2 streams to finish this because it's a lot of work.
It's looking really cool so far.
Thanks. It's getting there. Got a lot more work to do. And this hand push thing is a bit of a nightmare. Right now I'm doing all the over-unders.
Trade says, how is everyone?
I'm doing all the over-unders for the knot work and just deepening the cuts so it actually looks like over-unders and trying not to slip too much.
JC the Trash Panda says, my dad got a real good laugh out of the Trash Panda you did in brass. He wanted to order them in bulk.
I'm not doing them in bulk. Fuck that. Fuck that entirely. I forgot Spawn was gonna send that to you.
Married with Spawn says, wow. Saying no to customers' orders. Wow.
I'm not doing that like 50 times. Not happening. I got a full-time job.
JC the Trash Panda says, I know, but it made me so happy I about died. H-A-H-A-H-A-H-A-H-A-H.
Oh, that thing.
A-H.
Yeah, that thing was a mess, but it was funny.
It gives it character.
Mm.
Married with Spawn asks Joe, did I tell you that the wife actually thought that JC would be offended by it and was scared to send it?
Really? Oh no, I figured JC would love it.
I was like, I don't think you know JC yet.
Yeah, pretty much. Have you met?
JC the Trash Panda says, yup. Meanwhile, I screamed with joy.
It's funny. Oh, so... Damn it. This is definitely one of those times I was like, I wish I had a nice sensitive pneumatic. Gives you way more control versus hand pushing. Oh, Spawn, did I tell you I found a not crazy expensive pneumatic system from Vietnam that apparently has like very good reviews from actual engravers.
Married with Spawn says in the wife's defense, JC is good at playing coy and innocent. You said you were looking at one.
Yeah. It's like effectively 600 US. It's basically a Lindsay clone. So same sort of setup as the Lindsay. It doesn't have a spring. It just has a piston in it with and the air moves the piston back and forth.
$600 with the compressor, or without.
Without the compressor.
JC, the trash panda, says at Married with Spawn, ha 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 ha, really? She must not have been in there when Diomedes and I are talking shit to each other.
Without the compressor, but it has its own regulator. So you don't need like a separate regulator for it. It does the regulation in the handpiece, and there's like a valve connected to the regulator that they send with it to like a pin valve to adjust the air pressure. But they're hand machined by a guy in Vietnam.
Also, I managed to put all the pretty rocks into a nice tray so they are nice and organized now.
Nice. I completely missed this line.
Married with Spawn says you could also get plans to make your own.
Yeah, it's true, but I also don't have the equipment to do precise machining at home. And buying that equipment kind of defeats the purpose of, it would cost me more than just paying someone else to do it who already has the plans. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, nothing on the screen looks precise.
No, but like I don't have a machinist's lathe to do like almost pressure fit tubing and stuff like that, you know?
I know, talking guy didn't explain the kappa I typed.
Dirty Gremlin says, at Designed by Joe Daddy, you need a tool that matches your emotional depth, sensitive and expensive. At JC, the trash panda, those tray skills could put Sotheby's out of business.
Kiri says at Married with Spawn, just write carrot instead.
Yeah. What did I say last stream? Slow the fuck down, asshole. All of them.
Married with Spawn says at Kiratissa, I'm only writing $1, $3 from here on out until he unfixes it.
Why would I unfix it? All of them, including the mistakes. I'm glad Elite finally got his affiliate. That dude is super fucking talented. Anybody who hasn't seen Elite streams, go check him out. You want to see some real engraving? He has like the right amount of OCD and the right amount of practice.
I'm giving him shit right now.
Perfect, as you should. Let me do a do one of those. Go follow that guy if you're not already. That do it. Yeah, he's got the absolutely the right amount of OCD. He has some very nice equipment too, which definitely helps. But he is absolutely anal about things like line width and shit like that, which is what you need to be very good at that craft. Like his work looks pretty much clean under the scope, which is very rare. Hi, Tash.
He's not far off from all the engraving fancy tools.
Yeah, like he's got a Lindsay and he's got a, I think he's
Sisters
using a
of the
Graver
Hook says
Smith.
it's beautiful carrot. Carrot.
Yeah, he's got a Lindsay handpiece, and I think he's using a Graver Max or one of those for his regulator.
JC, the Trash Panda, says I joined your Discord just to post shiny rocks in your share on stream channel.
Ooh, I have to take a look at your shiny rocks. A couple more blocks to cut out. Yeah, my Discord doesn't get a ton of traffic, but I generally will post updates and close-up shots and stuff when I'm done, so you guys can see what I'm seeing.
Dirty Gremlin says,
Anybody
@Design by Joe. Ads
so
are the
inclined.
necessary evil, folks. Hit that subscribe like your soul depends on it. Daddy needs fuel for more shiny magic.
I know people are in thousands of Discords, especially on Twitch. Everybody and their damn uncle has a Discord.
@Design by Joe. Your Discord's like my love life. Quiet, full of longing glances and close-up shots nobody asked for.
Exactly that.
JC the Trash Panda says ABB really wants to get into engraving and I don't have the heart to tell him he can't do it. He gets too stuck on the tiniest of details and will scrap a project over the smallest mistakes. Great when you do machining and part manufacturing, back when it comes to art.
Yeah. Well, again, having a healthy level of OCD is good in art.
Sure,
but-
bad, not back. Brain is soup. Odias G says an hour. Oogie H.
An hour. Yeah. Thanks for the streak. How you doing tonight, Odious?
Odias G says my luck will give out eventually.
Yeah. Almost guaranteed.
Married with Spawn says at JC the Trash Panda let him do it.
Yeah. You definitely need a healthy amount of OCD for jewelry making. At least to be good at jewelry making, I think.
Married with Spawn says this bot doesn't yell nearly loud enough for when I go all caps.
I think that's intentional.
JC the Trash Panda says at Married with Spawn, no! He bought a silversmith's tools and never once touched them. He has a Fordham and barely uses it. He likes the idea of projects but doesn't actually do them.
Why is that? Decision paralysis or too busy with other shit?
Married with Spawn says at JC the Trash Panda, oh my god, send him our way, we can break some silver together. Married with Spawn yells, and you can come too. Sisters of the Hook says collecting hobbies is also hobby.
True. Collecting
ODSG
tools
says
is
the
a
bot
hobby
should
on its
have
own.
an aneurysm when it's all caps.
There's enough aneurysms. There's absolutely enough aneurysms already. Looking a little better. A few more high spots to remove and then get to stippling.
JC the Trash Panda says I think it's because of not having a designated clear workspace. He only realized recently that his workbench is big enough to silversmith, he just doesn't have a clear designated space so he can't feel creative due to stress.
Oh, I get that. Yeah, I get that. It feels like a dungeon down here. I can't wait until I have an actual shop with nice finished walls around it and maybe some artwork hanging up and that kind of shit, because yeah, it's depressing down here. Only reason I come down here to work is because I'm streaming.
Married with Spawn asks Joe, is opening a shop when?
I have a shop. It's in one of those links. Go there, buy things.
I'll get it on my calendar to be there for the grand opening. Or red lights.
Fuck.
Or whatever the FK plants eat.
Dirty Gremlin says at Design by Joe. Even fake plants would wilt in that emotional climate, Daddy. Maybe try motivational posters, preferably ones with abs.
Yes, ones with abs would be good.
JC the Trash Panda says ABB and I were stuck between a basement workshop so we could work in the same space or each having our own craft rooms. Well, the housing market is terrible, so no workshop for now. I've given up. Something needs to break for us to buy a house.
Well, keep the money squirreled away for now, because housing prices generally don't go down. And yeah, the right thing will pop up. You know, if you're handy and don't mind doing repairs and renovations and stuff like that, you can get some really nice deals on fixer-uppers, but you got to be willing to do the work. If you're hiring it out, it's not worth it. But if you can do your own plumbing and electrical and stuff like that, you can get some really good deals on stuff. Your own like building and that type of thing.
Married with Spawn says I want downtown Toronto designed by Joe Shop. Those
Yeah,
deals don't exist here anymore. Any logic you can think of about buying a fixer-upper, just toss it out the window, trust me. I have been looking for years. Silver Sunset 42 says lizard 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 lizard.
Well, now that Silver's here, I have to play it. I'm playing it. You're getting all the shoutouts today, Kiri. Because Silver missed it.
Oh.
And hi, Silver.
Kiri says laughing.
Enjoy.
Silver Sunset 42 asks what did I miss? Kiri says OFC. Silver Sunset 42 yells Yaz.
You can blame Odin for that. He inspired me to whip that together at like midnight last night.
I love it. Married with Spawn asks at JC the Trash Panda. I'm a little scared to ask, but did that one house go bye-bye based on the after inspection talks? Silver Sunset 42 says, so are we still whining about the engraving on the ring?
Yep. Sure.
Sounds about right. Very Canadian of you.
Yep. If we weren't a bunch of complainers, we wouldn't have free health care and a year of maternity leave. Just saying.
Laugh out loud. JC the Trash Panda says yeah, the guy refused to fix critical things, he would only take care of the rodent problem and holes in the roof, thought he could offer a home warranty and still ask $475K, nothing would have been covered by a home warranty since it was all flagged on inspection, he refused to drop the price lower until we literally signed a release, then he offered 2% concessions that wouldn't even cover closing costs.
That's bullshit.
Kiri yells it's time for lizard poetry, don't look at me so hopelessly, the story of a brave green creature will be today's great feature. He lived a peaceful, naive life, not knowing worry, not knowing strife. One faithful day, however, it all changed. A sock, a Joe, he was outranged. The giant got him as a pet, and though the lizard was well fed, he wished to flee, he wished for freedom, longing for the green of garden kingdom. And yet the lizard does not know, his kind gom fell under thick snow. The giant saved him from his doom, but is repaid by stare of gloom. Wazdaka says at Silver Sunset 42 check Discord DMs.
Well done.
JC the Trash Panda says that house was technically a fixer-upper. Hi KLEN, you are the cutest of the cute.
I claim.
Married with Spawn says at JC the Trash Panda. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that really sucks,
Silver
JC.
Sunset 42 says, oh.
Really sucks. Okay. Give this up.
Dirty Gremlin says at JC the Trash Panda, if only your seller was as generous as Joe's captive lizard, at least he gets fed before his kingdom freezes over.
Here's his kingdom. Laughing. JC, the Trash Panda, says, that's why I say don't talk about a fixer-upper. We looked at a 300k fixer-upper that was a hoarder house with a mice and bedbug problem. Even the base floor plywood needed to be replaced.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. Willing to do the work. The trick is when you buy houses
Kiri
like
says,
that, you kind
"I'm
of
so
need to buy
happy
them
I
as
already
is.
have a partner. Else I would probably die alone, surrounded by lizards."
Yeah, you probably would. Or hedgehogs. Probably hedgehogs, I would think. Not lizards. Stipple. Stipple time. See if I can do this without going too crazy deep.
JC the Trash Panda says, and the ones for 350k are usually slightly better, but need new roof and windows and flooring and cabinets and...
Yeah. Well, and again, it's a lot of work. So things like, roofing really isn't that difficult, but it's not too expensive to hire out.
says Kieri went to Hogwarts. She knows lots of wizards.
Windows, it's especially if the big windows are good to hire a pro.
Says, keep in mind, these same houses were less than half the price 5 years ago.
Oh yeah. No, we went through the same thing. So like we bought this place in 2020, like literally right at the start of the pandemic. Like I don't recommend buying a house in a pandemic. It's a fucking pain in the ass. But our respective houses, Paul's has resold for double what we
Silver
got
Sunset
for it in 2020.
says, wizard. Nitte to Trevor, they was remorse to look a great
and then
wizard.
you fucked it. You fucked it.
Not sorry.
I know you're not sorry. You're not even remotely sorry. All right.
Silver Sunset 42 says not SROOY either. JC, the Trash Panda, says, and now the taxes have doubled too. That's why I say I'm not looking anymore. It was killing my mental health.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, understandable. Absolutely understandable. It is absolutely mentally draining
Silver Sunset 42 says sorry.
going through all that.
JC the Trash Panda says, come on, TTS, give us the Canadian sorry. Silver Sunset 42 says, gotta spell it right.
Yeah, but see, we can make sorry into basically a noun, a verb, an adjective, an expletive, a quiet fuck you. We're very good at being ambidextrous with our sorry. It is a multifaceted word here.
JC the Trash Panda says, sorry is the Canadian F word, just less useful, kinda like Canadians.
Yep.
Sorry had to.
You see me disagree?
I didn't expect you to agree. Mr. Boombati says, good evening, Joe Suffer.
Good
Dirty
evening,
Gremlin
Mr.
says
Boom.
at Daddy. At this rate, I'll be apologizing for my mortgage until the day they engrave SROOY on my tombstone.
JC the Trash Panda yells, gasp. Hi at Mr. Boombuddy.
That's a little deep. That's what she said.
Mr. Boombati says at JC the Trash Panda. Silver Sunset 42 says, hey Joe, what's a goldsmith's favorite vegetable? Carrots. JC the
This
Trash
is my
Panda says at
disappointed
Mr.
face.
Boombati, it makes me too happy to see the new emotes being used. At Silver Sunset 42. Silver Sunset 42 says, ha
Fucking
ha ha
hooligans.
ha.
Fucking hooligans.
Dirty Gremlin says that daddy ads are the necessary evil, like a bad date you can't ghost. Subscribing is like tipping your bartender when the night's been long.
Yeah. Oh.
Silver Sunset 42 asks, what's a goldsmith's favorite music genre? Heavy metal.
Yeah, that one I can agree with.
I saw that smirk.
Foiled again by the camera.
Muzdaka says no,
Foiled
it's
again by the
dancing to
face
the
cam.
golden era oldies.
I guess our favorite song is Diamonds.
JC the Trash Panda says diamonds are a girl's best friend, obviously.
Dirty Gremlin says at daddy heavy metal's good, especially when the lyrics are just me screaming into the void about lost love and mortgage rates.
Ah! Too much oomph.
Silver Sunset 42 says, look, if Fozzie Wozzie can do it, we all can. It's the law. Mr. Boombati says they may be a best friend, but F the De Beers Company.
Yep. Absolutely. F the De Beers Company.
JC the Trash Panda says, gonna lurk while I clean the craft room. I'll be here if you decide to look at the shiny rocks.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. Yeah, we'll take a look. Take a look in a bit. I actually need to catch up on shares. It's been a
Silver
long time.
Sunset 42 says, Mr. Sunset was a good boy and didn't get me a diamond. Laugh out loud.
Oh, if he knows you, he got you an emerald.
JC the Trash Panda says at Mr. Boombati 100%. ABB always says that diamonds only have one place, on his tools. And I would agree, I like the colored rocks better. Silver Sunset 42 says, like I said, he's a good boy. JC the Trash Panda says moissanite is pretty alright though.
I like the look of moissanite better than diamonds. Like, if you're going to pick a white rock, if you want a shiny white rock, I think the appearance of moissanite is nicer than diamonds. It has a higher refractive index. You get that whole, like, rainbow hue in it. And they're a lot cheaper. Diamonds are still exorbitantly overpriced for what they are and how
Mr.
rare they are.
Boombati says at JC, the Trash Panda true. Silver Sunset 42 says white rocks are fine for sparkle, but I like the colored ones better. They are more fun.
But even over like lab diamonds, I still think moissanites, because lab diamonds and high quality moissanites are similar in price.
JC, the Trash Panda, says there are a couple in my new rock collection that I'm pretty sure are moissanite. I definitely like them better than diamonds, but shiny is shiny.
Yeah. Well, moissanite is predominantly a man-made stone. It does occur naturally. It's basically the same process as diamonds, but it's...
Dirty Gremlin says, at Daddy, give me color over clarity any day. I want my jewelry like my men. Flawed, dazzling, impossible not to stare at.
It's silicon carbide instead of carbon. It's the main difference between the two stones. There's a little bit of difference in the crystal structure and stuff too, but they're basically formed, you know, heat and pressure. The first moissanites were discovered in meteorite impacts and impact craters. So I don't think they form like naturally
Silver
in the
Sunset
Earth's
42
crust.
says colored, sparkly, sturdy. Anything else is meh.
Yeah. Now my favorite stone, if I were like disgustingly rich, would be a natural alexandrite, but you need big fucking money for that. Big money. They're like, what, 10 times the cost of diamonds for the same weight, something like that. But they do a teal and purple color shift depending on the light they're in, or a teal and blue. Beautiful stones.
Screw the 5 C's, give me the 3 S's. Sparkly. Sturdy. S-colored. JC the Trash Panda says, I think one of the little stones I have might be a lab-created alexandrite.
Yeah, you can get lab-created ones. But yeah, they'll like, if you look under fluorescent versus incandescent light, they will change color. Very cool stone.
Silver Sunset 42 says I would live in malachite if it wasn't so easy to turn it to dust.
Oh yeah, malachite's insanely soft. Insanely soft. And depending on where you get it, I think some of it's radioactive.
It's beautiful though.
Yeah, it is beautiful stone. But yeah, it's like a 4, 5, like it's very, very soft. Might even be lower
Luke
than that.
Backart says I wonder how Alexandrite looks under modern LED lights.
Modern LEDs, they act almost like incandescence in terms
Dirty
of
Gremlin
like
says, if malachite crumbles at a
or
touch,
daylight.
it's just showing us how to be beautiful while falling apart. Some of us are born for dust.
Because modern LEDs
Silver
are
Sunset
typically full
42
spectrum.
says shocker I know, but green's my favorite color. And the patterns and striations in malachite are just chef's kiss.
Yeah, I've worked with malachite a number of times. I might even have a small one kicking around in my pile of rocks if I haven't broken it. I might have broken it. I had a small malachite cab kicking around somewhere. But I think it may have gotten knocked around.
I have
when
2
was
little
moving
carved
stuff.
frogs that are malachite. Pretty sure they've got some kind of thin clear coat on them.
Yeah, it's possible to prevent it from getting scratched. Like you can coat the stone in like a varnish or something like that. Doesn't last forever. It's possible it's been oiled too. Like malachite, I believe, is fairly porous, if memory serves.
Yeah, could be oil too.
Or waxed.
They didn't used to rub, but now I have to be careful with them. They're like 20 years old.
Yeah, I would probably put those somewhere safe.
Owl Trooper says 07.
Owl Trooper, welcome in.
Silver Sunset
AWOL
42
Trooper.
says yeah, they're safe, laugh out loud, but whatever the coating is, I think has faded off.
All right, let me give that a quick touch with some polish. See what it looks like. I'm going to take a couple-minute bathroom break. My eyeballs are floating. Too much tea, too much water.
Owl Trooper says I have that effect.
Making people want to piss. Everybody's got to have a superpower, I guess. Okay, and then check that in the ultrasonic for a few seconds. And be right back.
Was that some sort of impact tool you were using? A scribe of some sort?
Yeah, this is a hammer handpiece, Fordham hammer handpiece, and it's got a just a blunt or a pointed tip in the end. This is just tool steel. I don't even know if it is tool steel. It could be mild steel, but I'm using it on silver, so silver's super soft in comparison.
Air powered?
No, rotary powered. Rotary powered. I'd love an air powered one. We were just talking about that earlier in the stream. Leave that in there for a bit. All right, I'll be back in like...
Very cool.
Yeah, I'll be back
Silver
in like
Sunset 42 says, "Sir, I don't need you sharing my secrets."
All right, I'll be back in a couple minutes, and yeah, we'll keep going on this.
ODSG says 3. JC the Trash Panda says 3. Dang.
I'm back. And get that the ultrasonic here. I did actually want to try YouTube video I watched the other day where
TSK. I should have gone with my gut. It was 2.
Engraver doing transfers was doing kind of a combination of what Kiri and I do. So printing on parchment paper, but using acetone. I might give that a try for the other side.
Break time. Look at rocks.
Yeah, we'll take a look at rocks. Just I'm gonna take a look at this after it's been out of the first my. Oh, sorry. Looking for my microfiber cloth. And yeah, we'll have a look at the Discord because it's been a while. Oh. Yeah, a couple.
Dirty Gremlin says even the prettiest frogs fade eventually. Guess nothing green stays except envy.
Couple minor scratches and stuff, but I think that looks better.
Loopback art says looks great. Now do the exact same thing on the other side.
Exactly. That's my problem. That's exactly my problem. I got to do the same thing on the other side. So, but yeah, let's take a look in Discord and see what's going on.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, no problem. That only took me, how long have I been going? So total about 5 hours to get to that point. Let's do it again. All right, let's get over to Discord here. Get over to the Dick Sword.
Our wall trooper says, yo, I've spent 5 hours on less.
Whatever.
Laugh out loud.
Yoink. Oh, you got some really nice ones. Let's go back a hair here. The last thing we saw was Morphos stuff. So Snorri, this is Snorri G. If any of you have seen him hanging around in like curious streams and stuff like that, move you a bit this way. There we go. A little bit more front and center. He's a
JC,
goldsmith out
the
of
Trash
Belgium.
Panda says, I do leather crafting. 5 hours on a project is just printing out the patterns and cutting them.
Oh, no, that's just the engraving has been 5 hours. The ring itself has been start to finish so far about 15, I think. Yeah, about 15 hours so far, and I've got at least another 5 to go. So, yeah, it's been good.
That's not bad.
It's been good. Anyway, Snorri is another goldsmith out of Belgium. He does like historic reproduction stuff. So he basically made himself a shot plate to make like historical coins. Very cool. Oh. Gratch. This is Tash. Tash making a bunch of Emmys for shows. Show season's almost over for her. So she can get back to, well, she's got Cheese Week and then get back to a bit of normalcy. Ari doing some DP. That's really nice print. I like it. I like the colors. All right. JC's
A wall
rocks.
trooper says, doing some what?
DP.
Silver Sunset 42 says,
Diamond
whoa,
painting.
whoa.
Diamond painting.
This is not the site for DP.
Oh, but it could be.
Dirty
Of course, we're
Gremlin
in an
says,
ad break.
yes, nothing
I will
like a
wait for the
60-second
ads.
commercial break to remind us all that art doesn't pay for itself. Daddy's got bills too, subscribe or suffer in silence.
Yeah, I'll wait for the ads.
Silver Sunset 42 says TOS says no.
TOS now.
JC, the Trash Panda, says ads time.
Yeah.
Laugh out loud.
Just as we get started on JC stuff. You know how to fix that, right?
Back.
All right. What are we looking at? Got some, I'm assuming amethysts.
I tried to take some
Topaz?
close-ups of the tray.
This topaz, I'm assuming, in this sort of like top one
Nope,
here.
the first 3 are not amethyst.
These aren't amethysts? What are they? Are they a tourmaline of some kind?
They are not, I believe they are spinel.
Oh, okay. Okay. Some aquamarine here, I'm guessing, or quartz. Nice.
They had a mild fluorescence.
Yeah. Might be. I don't know. I'm no like super.
Aquamarine, yes.
Yeah, aquamarines. I'm no super gem expert. Is this gem just sideways or is it cut like a gemstone flat? If so, that's really cool. I like this cut. That's flat on the top here. Wish I could get, yeah, I can't really get closer in Discord, unfortunately.
It's cut like a gemstone flat, like Superman.
Yeah, yeah, that's really cool. I like that. This one, absolute
Look at the
bitch
other
to set.
images, I did close-ups.
Yeah, this one, absolute bitch to set. Without busting the tips. Okay. There we go. Oh, really cool. Really cool. And some like rhodolite garnets in here and pink tourmalines, looks like. Really nice collection. So you're actually, are you going to do something with them? Or are you just kind of hoarding at this point?
Those red ones are not garnets.
I don't know my gemstones. Ask Married, he certifies this shit. Oh, these are cool. Yeah, this might be a lab
The garnets are the dark
Alexandrite.
red ones there.
Yeah. This has that kind of Alexandrite effect. Like you've got some green here with some like purple shift happening.
The bright red ones are either ruby or spinel.
Mm. Zircon? Kind of looks like a zircon. Maybe not quite bright enough. Love the color of a good zircon. Kind of brittle, but really cool stone.
Those two multicolored ones were advertised as Mystic Topaz. No testing has been done, they are just shiny.
Yeah. And here's the first part of the tray. Yeah, this one, good luck setting that without chipping the tips. That's yeah, that's a butt clencher to set for sure. These tips are going to be super, super, super fragile. But yeah, you got a really nice collection here. Like, frankly, I really
The
don't
tips
care
on
what the
that one
stones
are
are. It's
slightly
just do they
rounded
look pretty.
too.
It's like, as long as they look pretty, that's all I care about. And are they hard enough to be set? This might be moissanite. Just looking at how reflective it is, and you've got this little bit of blue coming through. That might be moissanite. These might be
my dad spent
moissanites.
about $30 for all of them. The two Mystic Topaz were minim, pretty sure the square is moissanite.
Yeah,
I added a short video.
yeah, that has that reflective look of moissanite, like very, very high refractive index, and it actually creates rainbows inside the stone. So just because you've got some blue coming through here, that makes me think that's moissanite. These might be moissanite as well. Could be CZs, honestly. Or lab diamonds.
We mine, Topaz were mine, the rest he gave me, well there were a few that were mine.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, that has the look. That has the look of a moissanite without getting it actually tested, right? But you know, I've got some of those kicking around here. God, I gotta clean my
I might take some to be tested at some point. For now, it's just a tray of shiny.
Yeah. Well, it's worth it just to know what you have. Like, take it to someone who actually has the equipment to check what the gems are. Because you need one of those. I can't remember what they're called, but it's like a special kind of microscope that has a bunch of different UV lights and filters and stuff on it. They'll actually check the crystal structure of the stone and be able to tell you definitively what it is. But
Owl
yeah,
Trooper asks spectrometer.
there you go. Yeah.
Loopback Art says very nice shinies. I feel better about my collection that I will probably never use.
But yeah, this is a small one, but you guys can't see shit. This is the moissanite.
JC. The Trash Panda says, yeah, I have a place I can take them to. I just have to go on a weekday, and they will only be able to check a few at a time.
Yeah. Whoop. Drop that. Probably not going to come across well on camera, but you can see sort of like a bit of color shift and stuff in the stone. That's
Cute.
That's how moissanites reflect. Like they're super sparkly. And like it never comes
Dirty
across well on
Gremlin
camera.
says
To the
gems are
naked
like
eye,
lovers,
this
Daddy.
looks
Fragile
spectacular.
tips, hard edges, impossible to fit just right, but you keep trying because the shine makes it worth every cut.
To the naked eye, moissanites look spectacular. They don't perform well on camera. All right. Time to get this bastard. Let's zoom out a bit here. I moved all my shit over here so I wouldn't stab myself on it. New bench. Definitely have to figure out plier storage. This is like total temporary solution right now. Because these keep falling down. Stay. You gonna stay? No. You can live up there now. You live up there too.
JC the Trash Panda says, okay, actual lurk to clean now.
Yeah, no worries, JC. Okay, time to get another cutout. Let's try the acetone trick first. You stay. Do.
Fairy Wing says hello.
Barry, how you doing? Hope you've had a good evening so far. Which one's a good candidate? Probably you.
feeling mostly better finally.
Good, good, good. Yeah, getting double jab, that kind of does set you back. Try that one next. Wonder if I should use a tiny bit of tape. Just keep things lined up. They're trying something slightly new here. Does tape even stick to this? Really? Oh. Yeah, no, acetone does not work. Does not work with that toner at all. All right, plan B. Back to the original way I do it. Melts the tape though. Get my transfer fluid. Be thrown out. One's got enough detail. That dry just a hair. Good. Ugh. There-ish. Yeah, too close to the top. Left to right, it's not bad. Now, a smart person. Give myself some guidelines.
Silver Sunset 42 says, did you make sure it wasn't backwards and upside down?
This pattern
Dirty
doesn't matter.
Gremlin says ads incoming, brace yourselves or just hit subscribe if you want Daddy's creative chaos uninterrupted. Support keeps this shiny madness alive.
Yeah, this pattern doesn't matter at all because it's symmetrical. But I'm gonna have to do that again. Actually, get my alcohol.
Silver Sunset 42 says, yeah, but the crossover bits have a direction.
Well, it's printed the same as the other one, so it's printed exactly the same as the other one. Let's do the smart thing. I know rare for me, but let's do the smart thing. Give myself some guidelines. What am I looking for?
Wolf Hybrid says, "Oh, designed by Pro and the complete series of Jimmy Neutron, Ed, Ed and Eddie and Cat Dog on DVD. Things keep getting butter and butter."
Hey, Wolf Hybrid. How you doing? Sorry, I know this is a lot of fucking around, but I need to get this right.
Breathies. Inch of snow.
Yeah, we had that. We had that. That was Wednesday for us, or sorry, Monday for us. Sunday night and Monday.
The slopes up here got so much they opened for skiers.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we don't really have any good skiing in this area. There's a couple quote unquote mountains, but they're basically hills. There's some good mountains in Quebec. And obviously out west in the Rockies. That's where the real skiing's at. But
Then Resin Printer's resin bowl, the bottom cracked, so waiting on a new bottom, and screen protectors estimated for tomorrow.
oh, good times. Well, not good times that the resin cracked. But
Odious G says VATs are cheap. Get extra film so in case it pooches again. Wolf Hybrid says I shouldn't have followed instructions to move the prints around to spread wear out over the surface. Cause I put it where a scratch was from the previous owner, and when it pulled off it cracked it.
ouch. That sucks. That sucks. Still fucking tape on my thumb. Get out of here. Stick to me fine. Don't stick to the
OGSG
goddamn
asks the top
print.
screen. 15-minute fix. Wolf Hybrid says was free, so can't complain too much. So the 5 packs of resin bottoms and 8 pack of screen protectors be here tomorrow.
Oh, come on. Tweezers. Close, will ya? Fuck's sakes. It's like the world's worst fucking tweezers. And where did that go? There it is.
ProJoy would probably make one out of solid crystal that would never break or leak.
Yeah, right. I'm no lapidary artist. God, hands, stop shaking.
Aradek and wife says, I think you need a laser engraver.
I agree completely. You want to send me one? Fuck me. For little tiny decals like this, this part is infuriating.
I don't AHVE that kind of money, otherwise I'd already AHVE one.
Yeah. You and me both. You and me both.
Wolf Hybrid says at ODA GUSG, just the plastic on the bottom of the resin bowl, thankfully. So finish peeling it off the screen under it and then put a new protector and bottom on.
It's the lining up is the infuriating part on this. Once it's down, it's good, but getting it lined up
asks,
and not
can a laser
smeared.
engraver do this level of detail?
Yes and no. It can do. Did I get the bottom? Enough?
Wolf Hybrid says shrink yourself down and use a projector to project it onto the piece and dig it out on a molecular scale.
Right. Yeah. What do you think this is? Yeah, I think that's good enough for me to scribe. Yeah, the main
Dirty
difference
Gremlin
between...
says, if only we could shrink our regrets too, Daddy. Etch them tiny enough no one sees, but they're always there under the surface.
Main difference between a laser engraver and hand engraving is a laser engraver kind of blasts away the metal. So you don't get like really bright finishes on it. Whereas when you physically cut away the metal, the tool that you're using is highly polished on the bottom. So what you're digging out of the metal ends up with a very high polish just from the actual cut line itself. And it's, you get a nice V groove in it that reflects. So the people who are very good at it can actually shape the metal with the engraving tools. Sally! Welcome, Raiders.
At Sally Quinn Creations, welcome to the chaos, shape-shifting trees and all. Hope your art vibes mix well with Daddy's Goldsmith grind.
Sally, what are we up to tonight? Anybody who's not following Sally, this woman is like a phenomenal artist. She can like do things to her bone structure and face with paint that is just spectacular. Just spectacular.
Sally Quinn Creations.
How's your stream? Guess we're having a party. Get your emotes in chat, people. Thanks for the party. Anyway, Sally, how the hell was your stream? Post links of all your stuff. We want to take a look at what you do, because you're amazing.
Dirty Gremlin says,
If you need to raid
hand-cut
and run,
bruise, catch the
get outta
light.
here.
Just wish life did that when you carve out your own scars, Daddy.
Sally Quinn
Oh,
Creations
nice.
says we were
Nice.
painting my bestie as Orin the Red from BG3.
Awesome. I'm gonna have to check
Was
the VOD on
great.
that. Gonna have to check the VOD on that.
How's the ring going? Looks
It's getting there.
amazing.
So I'm just getting set up for. Yep. I'm just getting set up for the second side. So I've put the basically the decal down. I have to scribe over all of this to make it permanent, and then I start engraving it. So I'll show you very quickly the other
Says
side.
bot got dark.
Bot got dark. Yeah. So here's, without touching that, here's the other side. So this is the engraving work that I've been working on. So now I have to repeat this on the other side of the ring. That's the extra hard part. So this has all been engraved by hand, and this is just a piece for myself. So I've made a number of screw-ups and slips and stuff that I'm not happy about, but I'm not. It's not like I'm selling it to somebody.
Loopback Art asks, what kind of stone is that?
It's just a cubic zirconium, nothing fancy. It's like
Sally
a
Quinn
blue
Creations
purple.
says the engraving is amazing.
Thank you. So yeah, so now it's side 2 time. So the first side took me about 4 to 5 hours, roughly. So I figured this side's going to be
Loopback
about
Art
the same.
says the color is very nice.
Yeah, it's like a dark blue purple. I think it was sold as like a sapphire simulant, but it's got more purple in it than a typical sapphire would. Granted, you can get sapphires in almost any color. But yeah, that sapphire blue that you would think of, it's got a little bit more red in it than a typical sapphire blue. Anyway, it was just a cheap stone I had in my drawer.
Yeah, I thought it was amethyst first, then sapphire.
Yeah, it's just a cheap stone I had in my drawer. So the stone was probably like $1. It looks nice, but they're not expensive. All right, scribe. Sally, post links. Do all the things. Show people what you do. You got any like your Instagram or website or whatever else, and we'll take a look, because these people need to see your extreme talent. It must be shared with the world. Where's my scribe? Remember how I said I was going to clean the bench? That didn't happen. No, hiding behind the lip. Sorry, cat's getting into something. Got to make sure it's nothing dangerous. Where are you? Oh, you're over there. Come back here. Thank you.
Sally Quinn Creations says, so sweet URL.
All right, here we go. You guys ready to have your mind holes blown? This is what Sally does.
Oh my god, don't show it. You work on your stuff.
No, I'm showing you off
Silver
because you're
Sunset
amazing.
42 says, I'll thank you to leave my holes out of this.
I'm absolutely showing it because you're amazing. This is all paint. All paint. Like, fucking unreal. Unreal. Of course we're in ads.
30 Gremlin says, can Vans incoming time to support Daddy's goldsmithing addiction, or suffer eternal regret in dull metal?
Aradekanwife says, that is some seriously epic cosplay. Silver
Yeah.
Sunset 42 says, witchcraft.
Yeah. Like,
Don't tell the church.
physically changes the structure of her face with blackout makeup and stuff. Like, yeah. So fucking, you're so fucking talented, Sally. Like, unreal. I think she's got a killer, like, I think you're posting to TikTok, your little movies. I don't know if you've got any on your Instagram. Have any movies on your Instagram? Here we go.
Sally Quinn Creation says, thank you. So sweet.
Yeah. Her Insta is also like goals for me. Like, it's so good. Yeah. Unreal. Anyway. Follow Sally, do the things. She's incredible. She's absolutely incredible.
10 years building that darn Insta. Laugh out loud.
Oh, I'm sure it didn't take you. Yeah, it's that's not overnight, man. Not overnight. I totally get it. I totally get it. But man, I just love like if you ever catch her stream right at the beginning, she's got a whole bunch of clips that play of like Insta rolls or TikTok rolls that she's done. And they're hilarious. Or she does the whole like transformation thing where she like just splashes paint on her face and then does the whole like reveal of some epic makeup that she's done. Total goals. But I never plan far enough ahead to like take progress shots of things that I do to do that kind of thing. Anyway, follow Sally. Do the thing. And Sally, if you got a raid and run. Take care of yourself. Okay. Let me try to get these lines in here. I think I can see.
Back to this amazing ring. Just painting Bestie a little more, but here.
Yeah. Yeah, some of this did smudge, so I have to make up some of these lines as I go. You have a line there. Yeah, the one ended up a hair bigger.
Aridican wife says Joe has nerves of steel.
I'm holding it with two hands. If I wasn't holding it with two hands and having my hands braced, they'd be shaking like absolute crazy right now because like I drank way too much caffeine and nicotine and all the rest of it. So yeah, there's no way I could do this completely freehand. I'm very well braced when doing this kind of work. It's one thing that you learn when you start doing setting work and doing detail work with burrs and that type of stuff is like I just want to see. Looks like my exposure is going all out of whack, but one of the things that you learn is to like brace your fingers together and like connect to something solid so that when you're doing you're moving the tool independently and you have very fine control with it. That's like one of the first things you learn when you start doing drilling practice and that type of stuff is just being accurate with your tools. If you try to freehand it, it's going to be a sloppy mess. You basically you have to stay well connected the whole time you're doing it. And it's actually pretty amazing how accurate you can be by hand. Kiri actually did a very good demonstration about that, making a fidget toy. There was someone in like the fidget community who was like, there's no way this could ever be built by hand. It has to be made by machine. And she's like, hold my beer. And basically made one drilling by hand. It was like a little clicker toy. So yeah, you can be incredibly accurate with a little bit of practice. And the scope really helps. Your brain instantly adjusts to the being able to see that fine detail.
That's because Kiritisa is a goddess.
Well, Kiri is a goddess, yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Kiri says, ah ha ha ha. That got me a hater.
It totally did. It totally did. It got you like a stalker on Reddit. Here, move a bit that way. Less scope in your way. With a bot that downvoted.
At our
Yeah.
Edic and wife.
Yeah. But hey, you proved them wrong.
I don't know, maybe a gods of chaos and random injury. With a bot that downvoted everything. I did.
Is my bot super out of order again?
And I am not regretting it a bit. Goddess of chaos and random injury. No. No. There's a reason I have your title as metal bending boss in your intro. You're very good at what you do. Our Edic and wife says, laugh out loud, you are not a goddess of chaos and injury. You seriously work magic with silver.
You sure do. It's like your mechanisms and stuff. Like, very, very few goldsmiths, or really people of any kind, are like, I want to make something with like gears, or like, I'm just going to make a little clicky push button, but I want to make the mechanism
Dirty
as
Gremlin
complicated
says,
as
if only
possible.
Heartbreak could be engraved as neatly as you carve that ring, Daddy, maybe then it'd catch the light too.
Yeah, it was just wild to me. I very much appreciate your lack of fear when it comes
Kiri
to
says my life could be so easy, but no, clicky clicky.
us.
Laughing.
Your lack of fear to tackle a project like that
Thank you for the compliments.
is goals. Yeah, it's very cool, and it's very cool to watch the process. So yeah, if you haven't caught one of the like 18 shoutouts for Carrie today, just because I want to hear the song again,
Laughing.
follow her too.
Lizard.
Yeah, the Lizard Queen. This time I am going to try to cut a little bit deeper on the first pass. Like I'm still going to do an outline pass, like a shallow outline pass, but I'm going to go in with the, I think I'm going to go in with the flat graver fairly early and dig out the metal. This should be faster than the last one, hopefully.
Dirty Gremlin says, make it as complicated as you like, Daddy. Some things are only worth loving if they're impossible to fix.
Our wall trooper says at Dirty Gremlin. Yeah, what they said.
Mhm.
Silver Sunset 42 says at Dirty Gremlin, aka Men.
Dirty Gremlin says at Silver Sunset 42, darling, if men were easy to fix, I'd be in customer service instead of existential crisis.
Original wife says laugh my ass off. Okay, that one was good.
Yeah, sometimes the bot gets it right, and it's like spot on and hilarious. Most of the time, it's kind of stupid though. All right, you can get all the. Just double check and make sure I got all the lines. Nope, always forget one. Got you. Got you. I think that's all of it.
Owl Trooper asks, what drove you to goldsmithing?
I had a complete nervous breakdown in my mid-30s. And after much therapy, after said nervous breakdown, I basically was told I need to do something creative with my life because
Oh yeah, I feel that. Keely says that is the way how goldsmiths are made.
Yeah, goldsmiths are made by nervous breakdowns. Somehow it just fits. But yeah, so after my complete mental breakdown and lots of therapy, they're like, you need to do something creative with your life. So I got back into wire wrapping, which is something I did as a kid. And wire wrapping led to soldering frames for wire wrap pieces. And then it was like, well, I'm soldering frames, I might as well make a whole piece. So that kind of led me down a very deep rabbit hole of getting into goldsmithing and buying tools and, you know, progressing as much as I can on my own. So here we are.
Buying tools is a second hobby.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And there's so many tools. So many tools. You can do a lot. You can do an absolute ton with basic hand tools and time. But yeah, if you want to like speed up the process at all, you really do need to start buying some decent tools. Like a pneumatic engraver would be great. So I'm not doing the whole thing with this hand push piece. Speaking of, I probably should sharpen this. So let me do that real quick before we start. Oh, push you in a bit. Fucking thing is so heavy. Ball vise is like 28
I was
pounds.
thinking if I want to do a Moco takeover and make them hammer wire and saw some plates, but I'm not sure.
Do it. Do it. I think Derek would really like that, actually. Do like a wire wrap filigree piece where you like hammer out a bunch of like flat or square wire in like all kinds of curves and stuff like that. Sharpener.
I was thinking of a smipple buckle for leather, and some fun textured plates as art elements.
Yeah, that would be good.
But if I do it, probably next year anyways.
Yeah.
Dirty Gremlin says ads are here folks, perfect time to throw daddy some love in the form of subscriptions. Support his chaos so he can keep making magic while we watch.
Let me get right in there. Goes hopefully more than nothing. Just check and make sure this does look centered before I start.
Odious G says 3.
Yeah, I think we're good. Okay.
Dirty Gremlin says, therapy told you goldsmithing, mine just said try breathing slower until the ache gets bored of waiting.
Odious G says still ahead 150. 2. Well, this ain't going good.
Jesus. I hate how it goes from like stuck to flying across the piece. No, did I just cut a line I wasn't supposed to cut because it looked like a scratch. And this is why it's for me.
Kiri says, oh, I recently seen a video with some knead on the side of the engraved piece to clean the graver from chips.
Oh, just some like a kneaded rubber eraser kind of thing? Or some blue tack?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good plan. I'm wondering if like deeper to start is actually easier instead of trying to do these ultralight lines. Maybe not. Engraving on a curved surface, friends. Fuck me. Hold your angle at exactly the right position and then have the fucking angle change right underneath you. It may also be time for my brain to say nope today. Hey, Faye. How you doing tonight?
Bubbly Face says, okay, just tired.
Dirty Gremlin says, every masterpiece has its scars, Daddy. If it was easy, we'd all be wearing machine-stamped misery instead of your stubborn silver.
Okay. Guess I can give you that one. Yeah. As Kiri says, we don't do this because it's easy. We do it because we thought it would be easy.
Kiri says the motto,
Yep.
hi, Kiri. Kiri yells at Bubbly Faye, hello, hello. Bubbly Faye says gearing up to start a new D&D campaign. Or maybe
Oh.
try Daggerheart, which is a new TTRPG system.
Really? That sounds like fun.
Bubbly Face says, yeah, I just need people. I have 2 so far, and someone who wants to join, but I don't think they'll fit well.
That is kind of a problem. Can be.
Yeah, if I don't think it's a good fit, I don't take them into the group. Flippity Plop asks, how did you learn how to do this?
YouTube. Mainly. Making a bunch of shit up as I go, too. And welcome in, by the way. Yeah, I am basically self-taught. I did pay for one course, like one online course, from Peter Keep in Australia called Jewelry Training Solutions. And that's where I learned like more of the advanced stuff, like the
I love
pave
YouTube
setting.
for this reason.
But I'm a very visual learner, so I watched a lot of, like, they weren't even instructional videos, they're just process videos of people putting jewelry together, and learned a lot from that. But things like heat control and whatever, like a lot of trial and error, right? A lot of error. I definitely would have learned faster if I had a teacher looking over my shoulder and like telling me, hey, what you're doing is a little bit off, try doing it this way, because there really is only so much you can glean from YouTube videos and stuff without proper instruction. So, yeah, lots and lots of trial and error and fucking around, and piles of shame. And I give the follow. Welcome in. I do have anonymous follows on. Some people don't like being.
Silver Sunset 42 says, I feel that with my computer stuff. But I have enough nerd friends I can ask them how-to questions. Laugh out loud.
Yeah. And, Peter Keep, he does have, for people who pay for his course, he does have like a Facebook group that is full of some very, very good goldsmiths who aren't afraid to help answer questions and stuff about weird things. If you've got something very unusual, the chances of someone coming up against that in the past were probably pretty high from the people who do it as a main job. So, and I'm in a few like bench jeweler discords and things like that.
Bubbly Face says, so useful to have that group as a resource.
Yeah, there's a few bench jeweler type discords I'm in as well that have some really, really helpful people, like very experienced people who aren't afraid to help. So it can be a fairly supportive community. Kind of lost my line here.
Plippity Plop asks, so you made the ring and designed the setting too?
Yeah, this started from casting grain. I made a billet of material, basically like this, and then formed this into the ring. I basically cut like 2 V's in here and bent it down. That gave me a flat top and round sides. And then I did a cut setting in the top. So this setting in the top was all cut out of that material. That was 2 streams ago, I think. Yeah, 2 streams ago. So if you want to see that process, the VOD is up. And now it's engraving the sides. And I'm doing it all hand push because I don't have the proper tools to not do it hand push. Basically, the tools are not cheap for engraving tools. It's one of those buy once, cry once kind of pieces of equipment. And I don't, this is a hobby for me, so justifying dropping another $3,000 on tools. Even the cheap one's going to be $1,000. So yeah. Easy to justify that kind of an expense when it's your full-time job, but not when it's just a hobby. Odin, I'm just gonna raid you asshole.
Dirty Gremlin
That was the rest
says,
of your stream, man.
welcome raiders, leather's got its charm, but nothing beats silver under daddy's hands.
Plippity Plop says, impressive. I can't imagine how much just for the heating process. Odin, the bearded one, yells, suck it. It was okay. Laugh out loud.
Yeah. Anybody not following Odin who's in here, follow this man. He is a wonderful bearded leathersmith. And yeah, dude does great work. Great work. And he's a total degenerate too, which is always fun. Always fun. Got anything you want to share, Odin, you know the drill. Pop it in chat. You can take a look. Otherwise, if you need to raid and run, get out of here.
Ooh.
Go get some food.
I like leathersmith.
Leathersmith. Yes. Bearded Leathersmith. Thank you for the follows. I'm actually getting like dangerously close. What am I at now?
I'll
983.
pop something in. Laugh out loud.
Yeah. Shoot me a link or whatever, and we can take a look. Thank you for the follow. 984. 16 away. Just saying. 16 away from 1,000.
Purple Daisy 977 says it Odin the Bearded done. I mean, he already bought it. Odin the Bearded One yells at Purple Daisy 977,100.
Yeah.
Phoenix Echo says hi. Been lurking.
Hey, Phoenix. How you doing? Welcome in.
Plippity Plop says 984.
Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. 16
Dirty
away.
Gremlin says 60 seconds of ads.
I don't know what I'm
Daddy's
doing.
gotta eat too. Throw
Welcome
him
to
a
ad
sub
hell.
if you fancy Silver Dreams over Silence.
I'm going to do a little bit more detail work here while Odin grabs me a link. And we'll go take a look at what Odin's doing. But yes, he's my favorite leather daddy on Twitch. This is going to run away.
Jacques54 asks at Purple Daisy 977, did you take Hula to a Publix?
Hey, Jacques. How you doing?
Odin the Bearded One says URL. Purple
Perfect.
Daisy 977 says at Jacques54, of course. We got pub subs.
Let's go to his...
Jacques54 says he could not remember.
You said your shop is basically fucked right now, Odin? How old's your Instagram? Old enough. We'll find a couple pictures.
Odin the Bearded One says oldish. Laugh out
Oldish.
loud.
Yeah. Oh, you got your knife.
Kiri says
Here
lizard.
that you did. So yeah, this is all the like handmade leather goods that Sir Odin makes.
Moonshine
Awesome stuff.
Bespoke Works says he doesn't update shit and you know it.
Yeah, I know he's as bad as I am. So I finally got around to taking pictures of shit I made 6 months ago last night. Or 2 nights ago. That was last night. But yeah, he does the spicy goods too. So, you know, if you want a nice flogger or some sexy collars with boom chains on them, then go for it. He's your man. So do the thing, hit his link tree, follow all the stuff, do all the things. Where are we? Back here. But yeah, Odin, if you need to get food and fuck off and all that stuff, absolutely, man. Don't stick around on my account. I know you probably haven't had dinner or anything yet.
Odin, the Bearded One, says there. Added tonight's stuff smartass, laugh out loud.
To your Insta? All right, give me a sec. Cutting a line. Don't want to screw it up. Yeah, about time you posted something new. Fuck.
Mainly did that to shut Moon up.
Well,
Laugh out loud.
that
you
is
don't have to
always a
do
good
that.
that is
Laugh
always a
out
good
loud.
reason. That always is a good reason just to shut Moon up.
it. Laugh out loud. Moonshine Bespoke Works says not gonna work.
Yeah. So yeah, this is what he was working on tonight. Zippo cover and whatever this is. Just hell? I'm guessing. Gloves? I don't know. Oh, gloves. Gloves. No, just All right. Enough of that. The only things you need on a
Glove
long
leash.
weekend. Love leash. There you go. There
Odin
you
the
go.
Bearded One says,
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
Moonshine
Yeah.
Bespoke Work says, so you can throw your glove at someone and still recall it.
Yes. Yes. Glove boomerang. I'm not going to be going for much longer here. My brain's pretty pooched.
Odin the Bearded One says, Moonshine Bespoke Works. Moonshine Bespoke Works says, more yo-yo.
Yeah. My brain's done, and this is brain stuff that I have to do here to not stab myself, etc. So I'll do a few more cut lines, and then we can find someone to drop you wonderful people off at. And it is coming up on, yeah, it's 10 o'clock already.
The craft gods demand a blood sacrifice.
They usually do. They usually do. Especially when you're working with razor sharp tools. Like this thing does cut silver like butter. But metal does have like inconsistencies and stuff in it, so it's very easy to slip. And I'm engraving on a curve, so it's very easy to slip. Assisted makes this a lot easier because you're not putting nearly as much pressure behind the tool. So you can kind of start and stop exactly when you need to, but I don't have an assisted tool that's delicate enough for this. So by hand it is.
Kiri asks, I see your Christmas present is set.
Yeah. Right. We don't do
Dirty
Christmas
Gremlin
presents
says,
around here.
if you're not bleeding, Daddy, are you even making jewelry or just playing dress up with silver? The real magic's always got a little red in it.
Yeah, my Christmas present was my new workbench. It was also my birthday present and last Christmas present because that fucking workbench is not cheap. And I need that more than I need a pneumatic engraver. Maybe not more than I want a pneumatic engraver, but more
Odin
than I
the
need
Bearded
one.
One says, all the love, Joe. Gonna grab a quick bite. In case
Yeah,
you
man.
raid before I get back, have a great night, bro.
Thank you, sir. And yeah, give me a shout tomorrow or whatever, and we can get your bot shit fixed. Yeah, get out of here. And thanks again for the raid.
Moonshine Bespoke Work says Odin and Joe doing bot stuff.
Yep. Got to get that bot stuff done. Nothing like some good bot stuff.
That ought to be behind a paywall. Touch my bot, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. That's on onlybeards.fans. $5.99 a minute. Yeah, and I am like dangerously close to 1,000 followers. So I have no idea what I'm gonna do in terms of content when I hit that number, but there will probably be a special stream of some kind to celebrate. And I don't think it will involve a onesie. But like maybe
Funky hats or wigs are usually a hit.
yeah.
Sisters of the Hook says whispers from the deepest of lurks. Unicorn. Onzi.
I know you want a unicorn onesie. I know Silver wants the unicorn onesie. I know Kiri wants the unicorn onesie. No, I was thinking like maybe another Jackbox night or something. If you guys are up for that. Or if there's enough interest in that. Last one was a lot of fun. All right. I think that's going to be it for me tonight. A lot of work to do, and feel my shoulder tightening up. So, and that's just me punching my shoulders because I'm afraid to overcut.
Mr. Bumbati says ni joy noe.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I heard your surgery got rescheduled. Everything okay? Hopefully nothing serious. Sorry, I was lurking you all day. I just didn't have a chance with work. Didn't have a chance with work to actually talk.
Nothing serious.
Okay. As long as it's not nothing serious, that's good news. Anyway, who are we raiding? Who are we raiding? Let me hit the stop button and see who's out there. And I haven't raided in a while. Mm. Um, I haven't raided Kim in a long time. She's always good fun. Let me do one more scan just in case There's someone I'm seriously missing here. Yeah, let's go say hi to Kim. She's doing like a community night kind of thing, I think. Looks like.
Carey asks Elite.
I rated him yesterday or Sunday, I think. Just spreading it around. But yeah, let's go say hi to Kim. I haven't rated Kim in a while. And I miss her face. So
Elite.
let's go say hi to
Okay.
Kim. All right, let me get that started. I'll be back on
Siribot
Sunday.
says, have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to stay hydrated and take care of yourself.
I'll be back on Sunday to hopefully finish this up. That's the plan. I've got like 5 to 6 hours to do it. I think I should be able to pull it off in 5 to 6 hours. So we'll get that finished and then see what else we can maybe start. I can see I'm getting a little framey and leggy. So let's wrap this up. I'll see you guys on Sunday. Thanks for coming out. Go show Kim some love. I think I've got a raid call button in here. So if that works, hit one of those.
Sisters of the Hook says, Goo Night Joe, love your face. Thanks for the
And,
stream.
We'll see you guys Sunday. Same time as usual, 2 p.m. Have a great night.